Ooh, it's live. You are live. We are live. What up, what
Hey,
up, what up, what up, people?
what's up?
I'm good. We so excited to be live for people to see our faces.
Listen, it has been a long time coming, okay?
It has been a long time. Jazzy, you just had a birthday.
I just had a birthday, the big 4-0. That's right. Yes. It was great too. I'm so
Was
glad
it?
you came because I know didn't think you were going to be able to make it, but I was happy that you
Yeah, things worked out that I could come through. So it was I definitely enjoyed myself. I was glad the girls got a chance to come too. Little mama wasn't feeling so well, so we had to kind of skedaddle early, but we did have fun. We got to bring in the new year. Happy New Year.
came. Good. Yes. Happy New Year. Did the girls have fun?
They did have fun. Obviously, Naima wanted to stay a lot longer because she, everybody there was her age. Um,
Right.
and
Right.
Leilani, she was just like she was into her game and her phone, but they did have fun. They were excited. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, so
So
happy New Year to you.
I appreciate.
2022 is going to bring great things for hopefully everybody, you know, business-wise, personally, and all avenues and aspects. Um, Be it love,
Mm,
friendships, any of that,
mm,
careers.
mm.
Look, sis is over here manifesting all of that. I need all of that.
Manifest away. I ain't mad at you. Manifest away.
Mhm.
I ain't mad at you. Right. Yo, so episode 2, I think I gotta do this intro thing, right? Like this is so different because we're doing it like on the computer versus like we usually just do a podcast and we usually just talking about it. So for all y'all out there that are going to be able to see us or how are interested in seeing us live, we broadcast on our Facebook page. We also broadcast on our Facebook page. What's that? TBF Jazzy Dre.
Yeah,
No?
something like
Yes.
that.
Yes. He was like shaking your head. No, I think I got it right.
No,
And
you're right. I was thinking Instagram.
our YouTube, we also got our YouTube channel up and running, y'all. What? Go, you can find us temporary best friends on YouTube. So those are our pages that you can find. And you can always follow us on Instagram where we kind of started, where we started our love. We got our feedback from for our first episode, temporary best friends. Wait, temporary
Underscore
underscore
best friend.
best friends. We let them underscores, right? We let them underscores. If y'all
Mhm.
been following us for a while, we let them underscores. My IG's on the page, so is Freckle Locks IG on the page as well. So we are here and we are ready to jump right into this week's episode. We are gonna talk about how we became and came up with TBF and temporary best friends. Yeah. Quite an interesting story, right?
Quite interesting.
Um, Go ahead, Jazzy. I'm gonna let you start.
Well, no, because before we get into that, we got to go ahead and get this Black business shout out first.
You are
So we
right.
need to
My
get
fault.
that
I'm
in. That's
tripping.
what,
I'm
yeah.
tripping. I'm tripping because we are a show that highlights all of our Black businesses around the DFW area. And today we actually have a really, really special Black business that we wanted to highlight. Really true and dear to us, really close to the both of us, closer to one of us than another, because it's by my co-host, Jazzy Freckle Locks. Her business that she has is Tickle My Fancy Tea. Y'all, let me tell you something. Let me go ahead and do my shout out and do my little thing first. Took my fancy tea. I actually ordered some from her for another friend of mine that actually worked out really well. I sat and I talked to Jazzy. She told me about all the ingredients, all the natural products and natural things that she puts in her tea and how it helps. And I was like truly really amazed when y'all know who Stephanie actually tried the tea. I've tried tea, but Stephanie actually has a couple of it. And Jazzy, you've been doing this for quite a while now, too, huh? I'm so proud of you, girl. Come on, tell us about it.
Thank you. So yeah, so I kind of started Tickle My Fancy Tea. I actually just started it um, this 2021. But I was making teas prior to that personally for myself. So that's kind of how I got into it, just kind of making myself different kind of teas, and it really kind of started with COVID and not wanting to take any certain kinds of medicines, things like that. And then at that time, when everybody was like stealing, not stealing, but like buying up all the toilet paper, you know, they were also buying up all of the vitamin C, all of the echinacea, all of the different things that you can buy off the shelf or out of the store to
Big
help
word.
defend yourself against this virus that's going around. So I needed to find something that I could do naturally at home that was not being bought up in the stores, that was more like artificial. So I started making teas. Actually, it started out with this. I was told that when you steam a pot of hot water with citrus, like limes or lemons or oranges, and then you put a towel over it and you take deep breaths and you inhale it in, you exhale it out, and it helps clear
I've
out
done
your,
that. I've done that.
yes,
I've done that.
helps clear out your lungs and everything. So I did that, and so I ended up boiling oranges and all kind of citrusy stuff, and and so I was like, okay. After I boiled, I was like, dang, what am I gonna do with this? It's just boiled fruit, right? That's essentially what it is: lemons, then oranges. So I drank it,
Mm,
and then from there, I was like, no, it wasn't too bad, but since it wasn't intentionally for that, I said, I'm gonna make another pot. So it kind of like developed from there to the point where I started adding in the herbs with those fruits. So I
okay.
started looking for natural echinacea that I could get versus the ones in the capsule form by the big name brand companies that you get all your vitamins from, like in the
Right.
grocery stores and stuff. And they were out of it at the time anyway. So I ended up finding an organic spot that sells it by the pound. So I got the echinacea and I got little disposable tea bags and I just dipped that in my fruit and let it all boil together and just soak, kind of like, just kind of marinade. And then from there, I just really started getting into all the other herbs and um, it just kind of like went on from there, kind of blew up from there for myself to the point where friends would come over. They would, oh, you guys want a cup of tea? I just made me a cup of tea. And they're like, oh, yeah, sure. And then they're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. It tastes great. And I'm like, really? It's
Right, sis. Get it.
right. So then I started having those friends tell other friends. And then even a few times I've posted it. And people like, oh, you got to let me know when you start selling it. I'm like, selling it? That never even crossed my mind.
Right.
It was just more like, I'm doing this because it's good and it's good for me. And if my friends need some, I'm going to give them some too. So it wasn't a thing to make profit or anything like that. But then as time went on, I was like, okay, more and more people were asking, so maybe I should, and kind of not so much. It was never a sense of, I'm going to do this to quit my job.
Right.
Because really at heart, my point is, which I was just telling another friend, my point is, I just want those that I care about to be healthy. So I don't even necessarily want to, it's hard to sell it to the people that I care about, that
Right.
I know personally, versus somebody that I don't know. it's a little bit easier, but those that are close to me is like, I just want you guys to feel good. And I want everybody to feel good at the end of the day. But, you know, I'm like, okay, I'll try to see how this works. Make it into a business. So I kind of been doing that from that point on. So I want to say it's been about since maybe April or May
Okay,
since I kind of went live with it.
that's
It's been
what's up.
really
So
good.
how many flavors you have currently?
So I have five. I have as one for your immune system,
Okay,
which is like a cinnamon and orange flavor to it. I have one for heart health, which is a berry flavor. I have one for anxiety and depression. There's no real flavor in that one. It's the
is that by
passion
choice or is that by
by
like
choice because it's all a lot of strong herbs and strong
okay?
roots in there. It has some passion flower in it, so that gives it a little bit of flavor, a little bit, but not much. Um, I also have one to help you use the bathroom.
Hmm.
Um, and then I
How
have
fast does that
one.
one work?
That one works kind of fast. I give it a couple hours. A couple hours. Depends on how long you steep it, though. So the longer you steep it, the faster it works for you.
I'm sorry, steep. Now
So with
you're using terms that are in your wheelhouse. I don't know
I guess
steep.
tea drinkers wheelhouse. So
Oh
you get a
yeah,
bag of tea and you put it in a hot cup of water and you let it sit there for, you look at a bag. You never drink tea? It'll say on the
I
back
drink
like,
tea, but I don't know. So my little teeth maker thing that I have just broke. Matter of fact, so I need to get a new one. But I don't. I call that letting it soak or sit in the water.
okay, so then let it soak or sit in the water. The
Uh,
longer you do that, the better. Typically,
right.
people do
Okay.
like 10 minutes. But for me, honestly, when I make my tea, I will let it sit for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Ain't the tea
And then,
cold now?
yeah, you just warm it back up.
Oh, see, I ain't
You
never
just
really
warm
warmed
it
my.
back up.
I ain't
But
never really
so
warmed
I
my
have a
tea.
pot that I could make a whole big pot in. And all you gotta do is just hit the button and it warms back up.
You gonna have to show me on a little side note. You gonna have to show me what pot that is, cause I need that pot, right? Like, cause I don't be letting it sit for no 20 minutes. But now I'm
It's
learning from the
also
tea
to
master.
do, or you could also just do it in a pot on the stove. I do that sometimes too.
I mean that I've done. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been broke before, so
Yeah, I don't even think that's a matter of being broke. It's just boiling it out.
now I got things. I got
Use your things then. Use your things then. But no, so teas are good. Teas are good for you. My last tea that I have is to help you stay alert,
okay,
throughout the day. So they just got different natural herbs. Some of them have fruit, some of them don't have fruit. But it's really just to help benefit you in a natural way, almost like going the holistic route.
okay.
Um, that's kind of what it's for. It's not meant to cure anything. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not sitting here trying to say I can cure, but what I can say is that the teas work for me, and um, the whole time COVID has been going on between me taking these teas and just going the natural route and not caught I mean, knock on wood, COVID, but not even the cold, a common cold.
Right.
So my health is up there and I think it's all about preventative care. And if you could do that naturally, why not? So hopefully you guys are interested. Hopefully, if you're not tea drinkers, this can kind of help influence you to become tea drinkers. Either way, you can check out my website. It is ticklemyfancyteas.com. You can check me out on Instagram, Tickle My Fancy Tea. I am also on Facebook, Tickle My Fancy Tea, and you can email me, ticklemyfancy81 at gmail.com. So if you're ever interested, hit me up. My website, www.ticklemyfancyteeth.com. You can even leave a comment on my website um, to reach out. Any form or fashion, you can inbox me on Instagram. Any way you want to do it, I'm available. We can make it happen. I could even do some special blends, depending on what you have going on with yourself. I have a friend who was having just some sore throat issues and not really sick, but just having some issues with her throat. So I made her a nice little blend, and she was right back and at them the next day. So I could do certain blends. I might not be able to get every avenue you're looking for, but we could definitely try to make it
That's what's up. So they can go to your website. The website is on the bottom, ticklemyfancytea.com, and they can order from there. Um, Man, that's really amazing. We need to try to get this into some shops.
happen. Yes, we actually do. We actually do. I
Okay.
have to see. There's a lot that I want to do that's on my planned for 2022. So hopefully, it's some good things to come very soon.
Well, we just talking about manifesting some stuff. So I mean, I don't. I
Boy, and
mean,
that's what I'm all about. What?
we
Manifest
just
all the love.
we just talked about that. So I'm just pretty sure that we can get that done. We can get that
Yeah,
done. Okay. All right.
it's gonna get done.
Tickle my yo. Okay, y'all. Checks out. I'm about to show y'all the power of technology right now. It's one of those things where it's just great. And since we're trying out this new platform in us streaming and everything, I am going to
Should have made
now.
me a shot.
What?
I should take a shot. I should. We should have some drinks right now. I'm just saying.
I love it. I love it. I am actually going to put your website up on, if I can figure out how to do it. You know what? I'll figure that out later.
That would
Oh,
be nice.
yes, that would be nice. That would be nice. All right. What is your favorite flavor?
Actually, my favorite flavor is the cinnamon flavor, the orange and cinnamon. That's my favorite. A lot of people, the most popular one is the berry one.
Really?
Yeah.
What's just is it just berry in it?
No, there's not just berry in it. Actually, there's not even a whole lot of berries, like fruit wise, that's in it. As far as fruit goes, it's like raspberry, blueberry, blackberry. That's really the only fruit that's in it. As far as herbs, that's good and beneficial for you. It has some hibiscus leaf in there, some raspberry leaf. It has some elderberries. It has lots of elderberry, soursop leaves. Um, it has some lemon balm, some burdock roots. And some it has strawberries. It has dehydrated strawberries as well too. So I guess it does have quite a few
Quite a few
berries in
things.
it. Yeah.
A few berries.
Um,
So
so
what are
yeah,
some of the benefits of like the berries and stuff like that you put in there?
so raspberries it's high in fiber. It protects against diabetes and it's like an anti-aging. Blueberries,
I
that
need that.
is going to be
That's why I eat
um
berries regularly.
hmm,
I said that's why I eat raspberries regularly so I can stay young.
right? Blue blueberries, that also helps with diabetes, blood pressure, like your mental health. It helps even with like cancer prevention type of thing. Um, what else is in there? Strawberries, that protects against your heart. It
Okay.
helps with your good cholesterol levels. Um, it can also kind of help against cancer as well. I feel like, was that all?
I
I think
mean,
that was,
you got a lot of berries in there.
yeah. Um, Elderberries is not a fruit. So that's a little bit different. Um, it is a berry, but it comes from the elderflower.
Right.
That helps more so for like it's like a immune type of booster type of thing, and antioxidant. It does help with inflammation and things like that as well. But there's so many different herbs and things that are in just this one berry tea, um, that helps health wise, just helps in all the good areas. So try it, check it out. I'm telling you, I was surprised, but that is the most popular flavor. And I was
Really,
surprised because I love the cinnamon and orange one.
I
And
like cinnamon in general. So,
yes, me too. And then when I make it, like if I make it at home, I have to go extra. So I do a little bit extra in my, so I have my tea, but then instead of lemon, I squeeze orange in there. And then I put a cinnamon stick in there as well to even give it even more of a cinnamon flavor too.
it's a whole lot of cinnamon.
I know it is. I love it.
I've never eaten a raw cinnamon stick.
Eating a raw, like why would you eat a raw cinnamon stick?
Well, I mean, isn't it actually a stick though? Like a cinnamon stick? Isn't it actually like a stick? I've never eaten one of those.
I don't I don't think you
Are they
just eat
are those
the stick.
edible?
I mean, they grind it up. That's how you get cinnamon.
Oh, so you can't just bite it and eat
I don't. It's like a stick.
it. I know it's like a stick. I don't know if you can just.
I don't know. I've never tried it. I guess I don't think
Oh,
so though. But I've never. I put it in my tea, but I don't eat it. I just let the stick sit in the tea.
oh, the whole stick. You put the whole stick in the tea.
It's just like this big.
Right. I'm saying. So you know what they remind me of, or you know what I think of every time when I think of a cinnamon stick. You know when you go to Ross and you know they got that can with the
And the chocolate in the middle.
yeah. It's the little stick. I be thinking it's
Definitely
edible.
not a cinnamon stick.
I know that's not a cinnamon stick, but I
Oh,
be thinking it's edible like that. Like,
oh no. Mm-mm.
oh, so I can't just pick up a cinnamon stick. Okay, see, that's
Yeah,
just
clearly,
show you y'all that I don't do a whole lot of cooking. Just to let y'all know.
amongst other
Uh,
things.
what?
Huh?
That's all I'm saying. So tickle my fancy tea. So just like every other guest, we are going to ask you. So what has been some of the most what has been one of the most difficult things as you have begun your business, and what has been something that you thought was going to be difficult but actually worked out to be easy?
The most difficult thing with this is figuring out the best packaging method,
Hmm.
so that I'm not necessarily doing all loose leaf tea. And so where they could be pre-packaged and mass packaged. So say for instance, if the business does pick up,
Right.
like to the point where I need to mass produce,
When? When?
when it
Yes.
picks up, so I need to mass produce, I need to be able to package these quicker. So just trying to figure out a solution and the most effective method to do that in. So
Right.
that, I mean, right now it's great. The packaging works. It's fine because the thing is I only make my teas in small batches,
Okay.
right? So I make them in small batches at a time. But I am going to have to eventually figure out how to not figure out, but make them in bigger batches and want to be able to store those, properly and things like that. So that I think that's been like the biggest thing. It's not really a challenge because I haven't faced it yet, but I want to get ahead of that.
Right. Right.
So I want to figure out those answers before I get to that point. So that's been one. This website has been a challenge as well a little bit. It's a great website, but I do find that there are little things that kind of mess things up. And then outside of that, that's just been pretty much it. Just getting myself out there and continuing to do pop up shops and stuff like that. I think it'll be good.
I see what you're saying. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So, what is one thing as a business owner now that you would tell yourself when you first started that you know now? Like you didn't know then, but you know now. What is something that will be?
Um, I would say do pop up shops early on. Um, and invest in yourself.
Okay. I'm actually showing the website right now.
I see.
And as you guys can see, Jazzy has a list of things here. Good morning, glass cup, glass teacup, laxy tea, no more anxiety. That's some of the things that she talked about. Oh, the tea dropper. That's that one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Bestseller. Here we go. Very delicious. Right. So guys, make sure you guys check out the website, ticklemyfancytea.com. Go there and order your tea today. Today.
What are your teas? There's some other miscellaneous items on there as well. Check out the website soon. I hope to get into some capsules, putting some of these herbs in capsules for you for those people who do not like to drink tea straight up. You can always take a capsule of the herb itself to help towards your well being as well. So go check me out, please. TickleMyFancyTea.com.
All right, real cool. Appreciate it, co-host.
Yes.
That's what we talking about right there. Everybody coming up here and doing their thing and really exploding, right? So absolutely. Hey, I'm gonna try something, Jazz. And for all you people out there, I'm gonna try something. Let me see if this works. It's gonna be like a let me see.
Was this like live?
That definitely worked.
It did. What was that? A
I
commercial?
was trying to see if that worked because we need to go to we got to do commercials between our segments. So we are literally doing this on the fly and figuring this out with y'all.
Wait, so is this like live, or is this just recording?
This is recording, but for some reason it's showing live on our YouTube right now. So I don't know how live or how recording live this is.
Hmm.
Right.
Okay. All right. So, topic of the day. Let's get
That
into it.
30-second clip is great though, right? Like it's a nice little seg. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you pull up our YouTube channel on your computer? Because
Um,
I actually have it up right now and I'm watching it.
are you?
Yeah, it's obviously a little
I
lag,
hope we. Um,
but it's
I
there.
hope this is not something we about to post.
Well, I'm not posting anything, but like what I'm saying is like it's there. But it
Can we
does give you
delete
the
it?
option on YouTube to edit video. So I don't think it automatically goes live.
Okay, I'm
That's what
trying
I
to
would say.
look for us.
Because I don't have us on our Instagram, which we could, but and I don't have us pulled up on our Facebook either. But we are there, people. We have all those platforms. So if
I
you
can't find it.
you can't find it on YouTube,
Yeah, it's just temporary best friend.
yeah. Yeah,
Best friend is
temporary.
one word.
Yes, best friends is one word. Temporary, Look, I was about to say underscore. Temporary space. Best friends.
Oh, with the S. Let me see if that makes a difference. No, it didn't.
Does it? Does it? Do you see? We're definitely gonna get this right. Um, I love that advice that one guy gave to us that one time. You know, he was just like, keep going, like keep going, no matter what, keep going. This is our space, right? This is our space to talk. It's our space to be us, right? Um,
I don't
tell
see
me.
this fucking YouTube channel.
So then we're not there yet. We're not live yet. Isn't that what you checking?
Oh, didn't you just say you was looking at it?
Oh yeah, but I'm logged in as us,
Oh,
right?
okay, got
So that's why I'm saying. So if you can't find us, then it's not live to the public.
you. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. See, if I click here where it says edit
Okay,
view,
so can we ooh,
oh, don't,
can we get
oh,
into the to our topic of the day?
we
Topic
sure
of the
can.
day, day,
Topic
day.
of the day. Just some background music or something. Um, how we became temporary best friends. Why your face doing that? I mean, why you
Because
there?
this is funny. I'm
Oh,
ready.
this is funny. You start.
Ay, caramba. Okay, so how did me and Dre become temporary best friends? How did we become friends? Period.
Right, because that's where it
So
started.
right. So we
Right.
became friends. Well, so I know Dre because he used to coach my son's football, coach my son in football and basketball. He was his coach in middle school. Um, and so I always would see Dre, and Dre just was like, oh, he seems so nice. Right? Um, and I don't really know where it transitioned, but I remember he started following me on Instagram. It's like, damn, how the hell he find me? Follow me on
Wait,
Instagram.
wait. Why you gotta say that? How the hell you find me? I mean,
I was like,
your page
how
ain't
did you
private.
find me? How did you find me? Was I following somebody you was following? Like,
I think so. I don't know.
anywho, he started following me on Instagram. So,
It's always IG.
oh, IG.
It's always that.
It is. Um, so like it would be we just kind of like ooh, I got to just exchange like dialogue a little bit, not much. Um, like I would see him out of town, and when I would see him out of town, it always looked like was having fun. Always enjoying, you know, enjoying himself. Right. So I was like, I want to enjoy myself. So I, so I think I said something like, I want to go out of town next time you go out of town, or something like that. Like you could be my new travel buddy. Something.
Yes.
Yeah, you could be my new travel
We still
buddy.
ain't took a trip yet.
Huh?
We
I
still
know
ain't taking
we
a trip
still
yet.
have not took a trip yet, but I said he could be my travel buddy. So I would see him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we got to plan something." And so I don't know. It kind of where did it? I think one day I asked you out the blue randomly after the dialogue, and then I asked him like,
Come on with it. Come on now.
"Hey, do you have a best friend?"
Mm,
No,
baby.
was it that part first? Yes.
Yeah, it was that part
I was
first.
like, "Do you have a best friend?" And he was like, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, I don't have any guy best friends out here." I said, "So you're gonna be my temporary best friend." 'Cause I didn't want to take him from his best friend, you know. So I was like, "You're gonna be my temporary best friend." So he was like, "Okay." So I don't think it was this. It wasn't the same day that I reached out to you.
Yeah, it escalated quickly.
It was the same day.
It was the same day. It escalated quickly.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. So I made him my temporary best friend. And then I asked him to if he wanted to come over and have drinks. Was it drinks?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, come over, we can hang out, have drinks. And so he was like, okay, cool. And so I told him what time or whatever, sent to my address. Mind you, okay, mind you, I don't have I've never had. I think since I've met Dre, that's the most he and his friends are the most guys that had been in my house at that point. Okay. Prior to that, guys don't know where I stay. So so I gave him my address because in my mind, I got me a new best friend, right? Just I don't know, maybe being blonde, maybe that's not the right word. Maybe being naive. So he texts me or calls, I think you did, right? And you're like,
Uh-huh.
so do you want me to bring dinner? And I'm like,
I'm gonna go live on IG.
okay,
Continue.
okay. So he's like, do you want me to bring dinner? And in my mind, I'm like, dinner? Nigga, like, this ain't no date. So you could bring something to eat. Like, all
Ah,
right. So he goes and gets some food. And it's what? Fried fish from the daiquiri spice, fried
no,
chicken.
no. It was chicken because you said you wanted chicken.
Some
You
yeah.
said
So to me, if it was a date, I'd be like, first, we're not gonna have a date in my house. We're gonna go and have a date somewhere, something like that, right? So if fried chicken is like fried chicken. It's not date food or nothing. So so he brings the food and I was like, cool, I got my favorite bottle of wine. You got to try this wine. And I'm really like excited because I'm like, I got me a guy friend. I'm used to guy friends wanting more than friendships. Okay. So so I'm like, man, I finally find a guy friend who
check
is
your phone,
who is a guy friend. Uh,
and then you're
and
gonna.
so it echoes.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I got this. I got this. I got this.
I put mine on mute.
Oh
Put
man,
yours
hold
on
on.
mute at the top.
I put it on mute.
Mm-mm. You don't see the mute button?
Oh, okay, there we go. That's all yours.
That ain't mine. Mine is on mute.
Yeah, that's all yours. That ain't mine.
Shit, I don't fucking
Well, she ain't gonna be able to join us on live, y'all, because her phone be echoing. So we just gonna say bye to Freckle Lots, and we gonna continue streaming. And you gonna have to catch our live on our live.
know. Ooh,
Boop. Bye, Freckle.
bye.
I'm gonna keep streaming on mine though. Why your phone do that?
I don't know. So anyway,
Go ahead.
let me get back to what it is.
What is it?
So he comes with the fried chicken, and we sit. He comes in. He sits on one couch. I sit on the other couch. This is intentional, right? I sat on a separate couch intentionally because we're not on a date. So there's no reason to sit next to each other. So we chilling, drinking, eating, our chicken and stuff. And then about 10 o'clock rolls around and I'm looking at my watch that I don't have on my wrist. Like, I actually had one, and I'm like, all right, it's about that time. It's getting
Wait,
late. It's time for you to go home.
that is
So
not okay. All right, go
I
ahead.
didn't say that.
Yeah, no, no, no. I know. Go ahead. We're
Okay.
gonna go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So I'm like, it's getting late. It's time for you to go. So he's like, oh, okay. But it was like a confusion a little bit, just slightly, right? So he goes I walk him to the door, and it's like this awkward hug. It's like, do I go in for a hug? Do I not go in for a hug? So I was confused too. It was awkward for me. I was like, what? Oh, okay. So he kind of like, you had this like hesitation look on your face, like you didn't know what to do next. I was like, okay, he's tripping. Bye. So you left, but then like the next day, you hit me up and you like, I got a confession. And this
I
is
did
the
say that. I did say that. I was like, I
main
got
part. You said you had a confession. And your confession was that you thought you came over to get some. You legit thought that I called you over to get some. Now, we had never even discussed anything like this before. But in your mind, you were like, oh, yeah, this is my lucky night. And wait, to top it off, he talked with a friend who just
right.
like
That's
validated
part. That part's
incorrectly.
important.
Huh?
That part's important.
That
So
part is important because you allowed him to get your mind thinking something that it wasn't. Okay. Just like a man and how you guys think, your mindset went from we've never talked about anything like this to dang, maybe I did get lucky. Like, because that's what your damn coach friend said. like, like, really? And so my thing was, I fell out laughing because I'm like, is that how I come off? Do I look like the type of person that was like, ooh, I pick you today and I want to have sex with you today. Come to my house. Like, dang, what makes you think that it went from let's have be travel buddies and be BFFs to because I want a bone? It didn't, people. It did not. He thought, and it did
I
not.
thought wrong. I thought wrong.
You
So
definitely thought wrong.
so I love the
You're
fact that she went
incorrect.
through. I love the fact that she went through that story, right? Because the way you went through that story is completely accurate in
I
how
know.
you went through that story. Here's the thing, right? The little nuances of how different men think versus how women think, right? One, so it goes back to when you just randomly hit me up during the middle of the day and was just
Uh-huh.
like, "Hey, do you have a best friend?" And I was just like, where's that coming from? Like, that's just random, right? It's just random. Then it escalated really quickly to dinner. Mind you, I say dinner because I asked, what would you like for me to bring to eat? Right? No, I said, what do you want me to bring for dinner?
And my thought is only people who are dating eat dinner together. So my thought was, no, you could bring something to eat.
But that ain't even what you said in the text message, right? Like you just answered what kind of food you wanted. You was like, oh, because I was like, daiquiri shop.
No, I said the daiquiri shop.
Right. And then I was like, okay, what you want? And he was like the wings. This is when I was still eating fried
I'm
food,
like
y'all.
almost positive I told
And
you you could bring something to eat.
this is when I was eating fried food, y'all, and I was eating chicken wings and French fries on a regular, throwing it back with some daiquiri. We didn't even have daiquiri, did we?
No.
No, we didn't even have daiquiri.
We had six grapes.
So that was that. So the setup, right? The setup is the midday random text because I don't even remember what we were texting about and having a conversation about. Right? It was a good setup. The midday random text, into the dinner. Into then my homeboy was like, "Bruh, you in there?" Now see, that's my homeboy's fault. Where he at? Lock it. Where you at? Lock it in on here. But that's my homeboy fault. Because then once he said that, I was like, "Ooh, might be right, right?"
Yeah.
And then everything else flowed. Everything else just kind of flowed from there. And
I don't
look
know
where we
about
are now.
flow.
I mean, look where we are now. Now we got a
Oh,
whole
friendship wise.
right. Now we got a
I thought
whole
you meant like
podcast.
Lockwood was telling
Now,
you.
oh no, Lockett was
Wrong.
definitely a causation of all that has happened, right? Like that whole night. Um
You really thought you was gonna get some. That is just so
it,
hilarious to me.
it
Like,
was just
really? You just
it
did
was
that to
really
me?
it was really a male thought. It was really a
It
male thought.
was.
But that's how we got to temporary best friends. And I think you the one that even texted me first was like TBF. And I was
Yeah.
like,
What is that?
what is
I
that?
was like, temporary best friend.
I was like, oh, that that works. That flows really easy. Um, and that's how we got here. Now, over almost a year later.
And I can't stand him sometimes. He's
What
like,
you kidding
you
me?
went from thinking you was gonna get some to like my brother.
I'm in there like swimwear. I'm in there,
Because some of our conversations are like really dry.
I'm
But
in there
then
like,
some of our conversations are like really jazzy.
yeah. Speaking of which, I want you to ask your question because I got a couple of people here on live, and I'm gonna put it up there and be like, I want you to ask your question again that you asked me earlier today. You don't remember the question now.
Yes, I
Oh,
do. But I want to clear up something before I go to that question. Just FYI, we are not dating. Everybody out there, for those who wouldn't know, he is like my brother. We are not
oh, you talking about me? Oh, no, 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 no,
dating.
no, 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 no.
I'm
Let's clear
talking
that
about
air.
you.
Does anybody ask you that? No,
So
let's clear that air.
let me
We
get
are
that
not.
cleared up. This is my temporary best friend.
Yeah, let's
Uh,
clear on that. This is not a dating partner. This is not a romantic thing. This is definitely like my big sis. Just turned. Oh, you are actually like legitimately my big sis because you're actually older than me. Not like
um,
face. You did your face just a while. You like, um, yeah, and I can go to her and ask some questions that she will tell me. Yeah, Dre, you that's on you. Like she is not afraid to tell me like when I'm in the wrong, when I'm in the right, and when I need to apologize.
yes, but you know it comes from a place of love, right?
It
So
does.
even if I probably am a bitch about it, it's like, okay, but she's coming from a place. She's not telling me just to be a bitch.
I
It
do know
might
that.
be bitchy, but I'm not telling you just to be a bitch.
I do know that is very true. I do
Yeah.
know that.
So my question to you, which it could be to everybody really, my question is, this is so awkward to ask right now,
But
but
just
if you're out with
question,
somebody, if you are out with somebody
right?
on a date, right? Because mind you, we are both single. I am single. Trey is single. Um, and so my question to Dre was: so if you're out on a date with a woman, do you go in for the kiss or do you wait for her to go in for the kiss? And Dre, you never answered that question.
So now that you ask it again, now I think of Stitch. Do you see? Was it Stitch?
Like
Not Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch.
I know I said Stitch. What's the movie with Will Smith and
Hitch.
Hitch? Damn, I said Stitch.
Yeah.
Hitch. You remember in Hitch when he was like, go
The
in,
80s.
let
Yeah,
them meet,
like
right, and then let them meet you.
yeah.
Right. I think
You,
that's what you gotta do, right? I think the
is
other
that
person
what you
feels
do?
the
Is that
energy.
what you do?
Yeah, I mean I do that too.
So
Like,
you go, are you the one that goes in majority and waits for their
see, but when I'm going in, I think I already feel that it's gonna come back to me.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like you can feel the energy before you go in for it. Like you can feel either this awkward moment that now it's supposed to happen, or this moment that like it's going to happen, or like it's not about to happen. Right? Like
Right.
maybe sometimes, so I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've had moments where I feel like it's that movie moment. Like you go for that end of the night hug, and as you pull back, as you pull back, you kind of get that eye look with each other, and you just kind of go. Right? Like I've had movie moments like that,
Okay.
and you just kind of do it for movie moments. I mean, so I guess it just depends on the energy that the other person giving you. And you big on energy, so you should be able to read that.
So here's the thing. I um I I definitely go off of energy. And I definitely can feel the energy. And I typically can act on the energy. But
Okay.
in this particular situation, I cannot. I don't know how. Like, I don't know.
Mm,
I don't
mm.
know. I want to.
Give it a
I
couple, and
think
then
it's my
you.
nerves.
I think it is too.
I think it's my nerves.
I think it is. I think it's definitely your nerves.
And but you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I normally don't really ever have to.
Oh, so it's like a switch for you. It's like a different kind of.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't ever really like be the first to initiate or say what I'm feeling or express my like for someone. You know, I've done it like once before, actually. Yeah, and I was rejected. And that was like a pretty
Yeah.
jacked feeling.
How many of us
It
out there got?
wasn't like a hurtful feeling because I wasn't like on really wanting something like that. But I was like, all right, I'll give it a try type of thing. And then I got rejected, which was like sucky because I was like, you initially wanted.
You hit me up.
So
You hit me up.
yeah, you're right.
Reject. Like, wait,
Right.
this don't
So
make sense.
it does not. So that's I was like, you know what, forget it. And so that was a dead thing. But this is a different for me. All of it is different for me. Like all of it.
I I'm gonna go back to like what you was doing in the beginning. Just keep manifesting. That's all I want to say on the subject. Because there's a lot that we can put on it, but because of how close the subject is, we're just gonna leave it at that.
That sounds great.
Right? Just keep manifesting. Just 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 keep doing that. Because I mean, it's the new year, 2022, right, y'all? 2022, big things coming up for us, big things coming up for you. And that is probably one of the things.
Well, I can't wait to come back and tell y'all when I decide to take that leap of faith and go for that. What is it, 80% in?
Oh, so you're gonna go to 80?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but I'm scared. Scared.
I want to say I don't think you're gonna get rejected. I want to say that just because I have faith in you.
Well, honestly, I don't think I'm gonna get rejected.
Oh, okay. Well
But
then,
but this situation is not about the rejection.
interesting.
Like it's just I'm just really so you ever like I would probably say like when you was young or something, have a crush on somebody and it's
Yes.
like you feel like really like giddy around them or something. Like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm usually a G when it comes to stuff like
Oh my gosh.
that.
Tell y'all women, tell yourselves y'all a G with things like that. Y'all don't got to be a G with that. Y'all do not have to be a G with
Listen,
that.
but I used to be like, I'm usually like, I know what to say back. I know how to flirt. I know how to give the eye. I know how to do certain things to grab the attention and to get what I want. But in this situation, I'm like butterflies in my stomach and don't know what to say. Like, don't know what to do. Like, it's weird. It's weird. So, yeah. Anyway, enough about me. This has been a very long show about Jazzy.
Because
And
today has been about Jazzy. It's been Jazzy's birthday to start the new year, Jazzy's business, Jazzy's love life. It was all about our co-host today. That's what it is. I mean, this is what we got today. One of the episodes it might be about me, but today's episode was all about Jazzy.
all about Jazzy.
All
Yeah.
about Freckle underscore locked. So apparently you have company. That must be our cue to end anyway, because you got everybody came back home.
What kind of hotel are you in?
Jesus. So yeah. It's been real. Next episode is gonna have to be about Dre or something because I can't do this. Another episode. Um you've said enough.
They
I've
just
said
get
enough.
louder and louder. I love it.
Yes.
Look, the authenticity and the realness right now. I mean, I know some people out there are probably like, that is so bootleg, but you know what? We starting. This is the authenticity and the realness. Y'all gonna get to go back when we get to like episode 100. Y'all gonna go back and be like, damn, that was episode 2. Oh, that was fun.
Hey, listen, there's so much work that's needed, child. I don't even know.
But what
Next,
we
for
what we
sure, though,
learned,
I'm having to drink.
oh, save me one. We learned to keep going, right? That's what we're
Yeah.
gonna do in 2022. We're gonna keep going.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. That's Dory from Finding Nemo.
Oh, I was like, wait, you saw my face, right? I didn't catch it.
You
I
have
didn't.
kids. You should have caught that.
Yeah, it's not. What you call it? What's that one with the ice people with the ice thing?
Don't talk. Don't
Frozen.
please don't. Oh, I hate fucking Frozen. I hate it. I hate the damn song. I've never even seen the movie. I refuse to watch the movie.
Okay. Well, that one I can remember every time someone says something. But the only thing I only know that one song.
Don't sing it. Don't. I don't even want to hear any part of it. I
I will
can't
not.
with Frozen.
I will not sing it. I will not sing it. I
Thanks.
promise. I will not sing it.
Thank you.
But that's what I'm saying. Though. That's the only thing I can remember every time. Well, I mean, I remember some other Disney stuff, but you know.
Man, my hair was so cute for my birthday. Y'all should have came to my birthday. My birthday was so
Oh
much
yeah,
fun. I had a masquerade party, and I looked okay, with my red dress on. Didn't I, BFF?
you did.
TBF.
You
See?
did.
And then I
You
got
did.
my hair done by my new loctician. Hey, tailored by Jazz. Follow her on Instagram. And then I had my girl Chantel hook the makeup up. I looked like an official white woman with red lips, didn't I?
You did.
A white woman with locks and red lips. I'm not white, by the way. If you don't turn that fucking phone off, I hate it.
Angel.
You're so embarrassing.
The cold never bothered me anyway. Now that song's gonna be
Turn,
for the rest of the night.
please, baby, please turn that shit off.
We gotta get out of here, Jazz. I did turn it
No,
off.
because I got things to do and I'm hungry.
Ooh, you missed my yes. It was "Let It Go." You know it, True
I
Gem.
hate that stupid ass song. Let it go. Let it go down the fucking toilet, down the sewage, anywhere, but not on this podcast ever again. Please.
Ooh, there will be random "Let It Go" moments, y'all.
Hell
We
no.
need to, you know, that should be what we do for 2022. Like, cause that's something that we need to let go. Shit that we need to let go. We need to just need to get a sound bite of that and just play it.
Of Let It Go, the song that you just played? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now, if you want to have a segment that's a Let It Go segment, I'm for it, but we're
Oh,
not playing that shit.
we can do that. But then why would we not play the song? We might as well play the song,
No, we might as well not.
intro the segment.
No,
You just don't want to hear the
no.
song ever
I
again.
don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. I
Let's
don't
get
think
you got to know somebody that sings. Let's get a black version made of "Let It Go." Hey, y'all out there, can y'all find me somebody that can make a black version of "Let It Go"? We needed to have some kind of hip hop beat to it, something like that. No, no, she's saying no. We don't, y'all. Y'all can't see her.
not to let it go. I don't. The tune got to be different. Like I
Yeah,
don't want no let it go tune of like let it go. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to do it. What are you doing?
I'm holding up the live, the temporary best friend live, so they can see you right now. Okay, now she acting up. Now she. Okay,
I got to go.
me
It's
too.
been real, my people. Next time it's going to be a little bit more decent, a little bit more professional, a little bit more the way it should be. But thanks for the trial and error of having us with you this evening and trying it out. I hope you guys enjoyed our little chit chat. We kind of went on a tangent a little bit, kind of went left a little bit, but we reeled it right back on in on how we became temporary best friends, and how we began the podcast really of getting into temporary best friends. We'll get a little bit more into that too at a later time. Remember to go hit up my website ticklемyfancytea.com. You can hit up my Instagram, Tickle My Fancy Tea, or even Facebook, Tickle My Fancy Tea. If you need to reach out to me, hit my Gmail, which is ticklемyfancy81 at gmail.com. Support, support, support. Not only my Black business, but Black businesses everywhere.
Support, support, support. Hey Jazzy, just before you go, True Gem said True Gem 82. 82? Yeah. Said
Hey,
this is Kim.
Kim.
Okay. She said Carrington can do it. I guess she's talking about the song.
Carrington can sing Let It Go, and Carrington will not be singing Let It Go. I love my Carrington though.
Kim, I
Mwah,
tried.
mwah. I
Kim,
love you,
I appreciate
Carrington,
it.
but I
I
don't want
appreciate
that
it,
song.
Kim. I appreciate it, Kim. I
Me
tried.
too.
I'm gonna try to talk her into it though. You know, I'm
No,
gonna try. No.
sorry, Carrington. Love you though.
All right, y'all. Just like Jazzy said, go follow her on all her social platforms. Make sure you hit up her website. And don't forget, follow us at temporary underscore best friends. Follow me at just underscore coach underscore that's all. And we are wait. You gotta do it. You know, that's how it ended. You know, you gotta do it. Wait, how you do it again?
What are we doing?
When you be like, yeah.
And we
You know,
have. Are we out?
wait. I need wait. We need to redo it because
Oh my God.
I forgot to hit the stop the camera.
You just kept sitting there looking
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, end broadcast. Here it is. Okay, let's try it again. And
Jesus. And we have.
there it is.